head over to roblox.com. You should see this page, of course, and then all you're going to do is go to create. Once you're at create, it doesn't matter what you see here, it matters what you see down here at the quick link. All you have to do is click Roblox Studio and it should begin installing. So I already have mine installed, so if I click that, my studio's just going to go ahead and open up. Now it might take you a second or two to install Studio, and once it's done installing, I'm pretty sure it will open by itself. But once it's done, you should see this. You should see templates, themes, and gameplay. So pretty much these are just like templates you can do. You could, they're pretty self-explanatory. If you just click one, they're like games made for you that you could just work off of more. For example, this is a racing game. It's already scripted and made for you. It doesn't look that good though, so that's kind of your job to like expand more in script. Same with the obby, and all the rest of them. But today we're gonna be doing the base plate, so I could just explain to you what happens there. Alright guys, so now that we're in the Roblox Studio, it's very simple once you know it. I'm just gonna teach the basics, and once you know that, you can just really figure everything out yourself. So on the home bar, or the home, whatever you want to call it, we see 4 things on the tools: select, move, scale, and rotate. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and insert a part. You can insert a block, sphere, wedge, corner wedge, or cylinder. Today, we're going to insert a block. And yes, your block may be gray, but mine is green because I was trying to do something earlier, but we're not going to talk about that. So we're going to go back over to tools, select. All you have to do is click select, and you can just move it around freely. It doesn't matter where you put it, you could just move it around. For the move, very self-explanatory as well. If you wanted to go up, select the green arrow, make it go up and down. You can also do the same with this one on the bottom. If you want to make it go side to side or front and back, you select the red or blue ones. It really doesn't matter what arrow, as long as they're the same color. With the scale, it's literally the same thing. If you want to make it taller, you may select the green one. You can make it as tall as you want, or you can make it as small as you want. Do you want to make it long? Select the blue one. Make it as long as you want. Same with the red one. Now, if you want to make it equally large or smaller, you select shift. If you want to make it bigger, select shift, select the green one, and make the arrow go out or away from it. Doesn't matter which color you select. And you can do the same thing with making it small. Select the color, bring it closer, just like that. Rotate is kind of hard to look at with this color. I'm gonna change the color of this block. Here, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can make it do flips, or you can make it come this way, like that. Pretty self-explanatory. Roblox Studio is very simple to learn. Now, I also want to mention the toolbox. Me personally, I don't really use the toolbox at all because most of them carry viruses which can affect your game, and I just don't like taking risks with that. So, unless it's a verified developer like Roblox or another popular developer, I rarely use the toolbox unless it's also somebody I know. But normally I like to keep it closed. You can use it to help your game out, maybe, if you trust it. But me personally, I'm not taking that risk with games I create. Now, on model, I'm just going to be talking about the snap to grid. So, I don't know if you guys saw, but when I changed the size of this part, I could do it so freely, and it doesn't have that blocky feature where it only does it in a certain amount of studs. So yours probably looked a little like this. Okay, so if you ever want to change that, just change the amount of studs it moves by. So these are studs, these little blocks here. So every 5 studs it's gonna move just like that. So me personally, I like to keep it on 0.1 so I could, have it as free as I want to. But normally I don't have that on if I'm making something that, I want perfect. If I wanted a perfect size, I would not put it on 0.1 unless I'm really locked in on what I'm doing. But anyway, that's it for the model part that I'm going to be talking about today, because all the other stuff is pretty advanced. Not advanced, but it's something that'll come within time of using Roblox Studio. Same thing with avatar and plugins. Test is pretty self-explanatory. This is where you test your game. So if you wanted to play your game in the studio, all you have to do is press play. Alright, now to the view tab. I always keep on exploring properties because they are literally the brain of your game. In the Explorer, this is where everything you make is logged, I guess. So for example, if I wanted to make a part, it's here. If I wanted to make another one, it's there. It doesn't matter what you make, it's going to be there, and it's not going to be anywhere else. This is where you see everything your game has. The properties is where you can change the property of the block or your GUI or anything that you're making. So for example, I could change the color here, make it a fun pinkish color. I could also change the name here and name it hi. You can name it whatever you want to, and you can also change the size here. You need the property tab. I also like to put on output when we're scripting. I was scripting earlier for the video, and I'm going to teach you how to do this actually. So let's actually get into scripting. If you go to workspace and select the plus and create script, you would see this. And for today's sake, we're going to do a simple script since I'm not going to spend that much time on this video, because scripting is something that you can't cover in one video. It's just something that you can't do. So as you see, every script you make is going to say print hello world unless it's a module, but we're not going to talk about that. That's for another video. I like to put on my output. So basically, every time you run the game through this play button or the test play, you would see hello world, just like how this says welcome to the game. I changed that so it didn't say hello world, but I want to show you a basic script on where, it will print a message with the user that joined. So we're going to go ahead and delete this. I'm not going to get too in depth on what I'm scripting because, like I said, it's just going to take time that I'm not going to do because I want to keep this video nice and short for you guys. So first, I guess I will explain some part. So first, whenever reference to the player service, this will help get your username or whoever's username that's joining the server. If you're doing Roblox Studio for scripting, you're gonna see this a lot. You're gonna see the word local a lot. Now I'm gonna create a function to run when a player joins the game. Okay, and now we're gonna print whatever we want. Okay, so here I just want to talk about what's here. So we printed the welcome message with the player's name. So we had to close the parentheses and type player name in order to get whoever's name that joined. And then after that, we said, exclamation point, have fun, the period as well. Now we're going to connect the function to the player add event. We're also going to print script is running just to make sure. Oh, shoot. All right, so I'm not going to put the script in the description. You can write it down if you want to see if it works, but let's go ahead and test it. And as you see, it works. Like I said, welcome to the game, educate Lua, have fun. This is where the username is received. And as you see, script is working and running. I'm going to teach you how to just publish a game on Roblox really quick. It's very simple. You go to file, and publish to Roblox. It's that simple. And here you put in basic information, self-explanatory. Everything on Roblox Studio for the most part is self-explanatory. So yeah, thanks for joining me today on this Roblox Studio video. As you could tell, I might sound a little sick, and that's because I am, but it's okay. We've covered the basics, and I hope you're feeling inspired to create some amazing games. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Roblox Studio tutorials. Got any questions or suggestions? Drop them in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll dive into advanced scripting. Until then, peace out.